Alright, good morning everybody. Hello, hello. Welcome everyone to a big day. It is a double new release day. That is right. This happens frequently during the busy fall gaming season, or as I like to call it, hardcore gaming season. Today is Friday the 18th of September 2020. Today there are two new releases that we'll be playing. I'm excited, very excited for what is to come. And I hope that we can have some fun today, regardless of the fact of if the games are great or not. I hope that we can have some fun interactions, a great stream, and just have a good time together. Alright? Good stuff coming up. So let's talk a little bit about the streams today. Let's talk about the gaming schedule this weekend. Sadly, it looks like I have to change the schedule a bit because of some stupidity, which I'll explain in just a moment. But let's talk. Alright? So, ladies and gentlemen, today, double new release day. What are we doing? On this first stream, it is WWE 2K Battlegrounds, the new game from WWE Games. This is not the yearly installment game from 2K Games like we would normally get. Last year, WWE 2K20 was such a buggy, horrendous mess that WWE Games decided they're not putting one out this year. There's no yearly installment of WWE this year. They completely canceled it. Okay? So, this year, they're putting out a different game called Battlegrounds. This game reminds me heavily of WWE All-Stars about 10 years ago. Now, back then, obviously, the landscape of WWE was a very different place. The biggest wrestlers in WWE were like CM Punk and John Cena, right? Today, 10 years later, very different. But it almost looks like the same kind of deal. Cartoonish-looking wrestlers, not realistic. It's definitely not a sim game, that's for sure. Yeah, I'm excited to see what this turns out to be. If it's just arcadey fun, silly beat-em-up stuff with flashy finishers and combos, it'll probably be fun for a couple sessions. I don't know what longevity it'll have. The major downfall of WWE All-Stars was that it did not have a lot of single-player content. They eventually steered you toward the multiplayer. The problem was the multiplayer was terrible. It was, like, horrendously laggy. And so it kind of killed the game. Like, after you play it for, like, maybe 5-6 hours, and you've kind of unlocked a bunch of characters or whatever, next thing you want to do is go online. You go online, and the game was just a laggy mess and not fun to play at all. So, I remember with WWE All-Stars, I had fun with the game, maybe, 2 major sessions, and I tried doing multiplayer in it a couple times with fans, and it just never really worked out. It was always kind of disappointing, so it wasn't a super lengthy playthrough or anything like that. Okay? So if Battlegrounds is the same, what I could foresee is we do this stream and maybe another major stream and try out some multiplayer. And if the multiplayer works and is fun, alright, great. But there's no guarantee that that's going to be the case, I guess we're going to find out together. So that's the stream. I don't even know how much single-player content this game has or if it's all based around multiplayer. I have no idea. We're going to find out together today live on stream. That is the cool thing about being a live streamer is that I get to try out these games and we get to do this live together and experiment, right? And see exactly what these games entail. It's kind of a cool experience to be doing this live with all of you. If the game is great, we have fun. If the game is terrible, well, we can make fun of it, right? Whatever it may be. By the way, I should call this out. This game is only $40, $39.99. It is not a full-fledged, fully priced retail game by any means. And being that they're selling it for a discounted price kind of makes me feel like it's not going to be a full-fledged retail feeling experience. You know what I mean? That's going to kind of be a discount experience, and maybe we're not going to get so much out of it. I guess we'll see. All right. Later tonight, it is the premiere of Crysis Remastered. Crysis was the PC game when it came out. And I want to say it was like 13 years ago. I'm not 100% at the exact date of when it came out. But when it came out, it was the definitive PC game. Open world, first-person action with stealth mechanics and superpowers of a suit that you can unlock over time. Amazing graphics, like so the best graphics possible on a PC at the time. And in fact, Crysis became the benchmark off of which all other graphical games, as well as graphical hardware, was judged. They would actually, if a new graphics card came out, they would run Crysis on it to see at max settings how does it perform with frames per second and stuff like that. So, I am interested in this game because I played Crysis 2 about 9 to 10 years ago on the Xbox 360, and I really enjoyed the playthrough, even though there were a few parts that I felt were like really annoying and tough. I really liked it, and then Crysis 3 came out, and it sucked ass. I felt that by Crysis 3, they kind of basically run the course, and the game sucked. And it's funny because after Crysis 3, the whole franchise ended. The whole thing just oh god, it was bad, and then died. So, I'm very interested to see what the original game was like. I don't know how long it is or anything. By the way, so Crysis Remaster is $30, $29.99 on PlayStation Network. Okay, so neither game we're playing today is a fully priced, hyped AAA release, admittedly. Okay? Now, FYI, there is a third major release today that's coming out. What it is the Super Mario All-Stars Collection for the Nintendo Switch. If you're not aware of what this is, it is a collection including Super Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine, and Super Mario Galaxy. All three games supposedly redone to run nicely on the Switch. Some of them have some improved graphics, even though I haven't seen too many improvements. It does look slightly better, I would say. Now, this collection costs $60. It is the price of a full retail game. Alright. Now, you may say, why are you not playing that? It's very simple. Because I played all those games already. I've never played WWE 2K Battlegrounds. It's a new game. I never played Crysis at all. Alright? But I've played every single one of those Mario games before. You can find the full playthroughs live on DSPGaming right now if you were to go search for them. Okay? However, there seems to be some big interest in seeing me replay Super Mario Galaxy. This is a playthrough I did over 8 years ago. This was long before I did direct capture and I live stream. It was a very different experience, and I remember the visuals were pretty poor in a lot of that game because I was using a camera to record it, and people have basically expressed we'd like to see me replay Super Mario Galaxy. In addition, you know, back then I wasn't really going for everything. Like back then I didn't go for all the collectibles or anything. These days when I play games, I tend to try to challenge myself and go for optional stuff. Back then it was just like rush through the game and beat it as quickly as possible. That's how I used to treat it. And that's kind of how I handled Super Mario Galaxy back in the day. Alright, so I'd definitely be interested in replaying it. I'm going to be honest, I am a little disappointed they're not selling the game separately and they're forcing you to buy the collection, because I have no interest in Super Mario 64, which I just played within the last year and a half, or in Super Mario Sunshine, which I just played, what was it, like 2.5 years ago? I don't want to replay those games at this point. Maybe in the future I would want to, but I have no interest in doing that. But why am I forced to buy a collection that has all three instead of buying the one game that I want? Especially because it's digital. I'm not buying a physical disc. I'm downloading the games digitally anyway. So obviously this is a way to get more money out of people. Okay? So, sadly, that's the situation. So, you know, some people are disappointed that I'm not playing Super Mario Galaxy right away. That's why, because it's not a new release. Or it really isn't. It's games I've already played in the past. Now, if this week, over the course of this week, I start playing these games and maybe WWE Battlegrounds ain't so great and I don't really want to feel like playing it much anymore, or maybe Crysis is like, okay, I played a little bit of it, but it's not super fun, kind of outdated or whatever. If that's the case, and I want to kind of drop one of those games, and I want to pick up, say, Mario Galaxy instead, I definitely have the capability of doing that if I so feel. But let's see what happens over the next few days with the new games that I'm playing now, and we'll play it by ear and see what we feel like doing. Okay? Now, there is another big release that came out today. Alright? Call of Duty, Black Ops, Cold War, multiplayer, alpha, demo. That is a fucking huge fucking mouthful. It's too many words to be the name of a game. But it came out. I have it on my PS4 right now. I downloaded it last night. Okay? Now, here's the thing. It's supposed to be running all weekend. When they originally announced this, they said it'll be running from the 18th through the 20th. Great. So I scheduled it in for Sunday. I said, let's do it as the major stream on Sunday, since that way I'll have a couple days to play the new releases, see if they're any good, and then on Sunday we'll mix it up with the Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, right? Wrong. Because now they just posted on their Instagram today, oh, just so you know, this alpha will end at 10 a.m. on Sunday. What? So you have an alpha that's only running Friday and Saturday, not the whole weekend. What? It's just, I swear these fucking game devs, they just defy common sense. You know, because it has the capability like me to play video games for a living and sit at home all day on Friday and play your fucking alpha, right? It's just so stupid. Why can't it run all weekend? No, we can't do that. It's got to end on fucking 10 a.m. on fucking Sunday. Alright, assholes. Well, here's what I got to do now. I got to switch my schedule around. So originally this was going to be Sunday. I'm going to now play it tomorrow on the main stream. Okay? So tomorrow's main gameplay stream will be Call of Duty, Black Ops, Cold War, multiplayer alpha demo. I feel like I have to fucking write this down and read it. Like, you know, it's crazy how long the name of this is. Alright? So we're checking that out tomorrow as the main gameplay stream. Alright? What I'm hoping is that by tomorrow, if there are any issues, but because some people, literally, as I said this, I was just going to address this. AJ says, why aren't you just playing this today for day one views? Because you know on launch day it's going to be shit. Historically, any Call of Duty day on launch day, any Call of Duty game on launch day runs like shit in the multiplayer. This has never been an exception. It's always bad on launch day. And this is free. Everyone can play this alpha. Right? So, you know, there's going to be a ridiculous amount of people piling into this because it's free, trying to play it today, and they're going to fuck the servers up. This thing's going to run like duty today. Now, they'll have a day where maybe they can work on it, fix the servers, get used to this load of people coming in, and by tomorrow, hopefully, it'll at least be stable enough that we'll have fun on the stream. Alright? So, that's what we're going to do tomorrow. Now, tomorrow, if it doesn't work, if it crashes as a piece of shit, we can easily switch over to one of the other new releases. It's not that big of a deal. Alright? So, let's see what happens. Today will be WWE 2K Battlegrounds and Crysis Remastered. Tomorrow, it'll be Call of Duty, Black Ops, Cold War, Multiplayer Alpha Demo. And then I will play one of these games as the night stream tomorrow. I don't know which one it'll be. Maybe it'll be more Battlegrounds or maybe it'll be more Crysis. We'll see what we like today and determine what will be the second stream. Okay? Sunday now is probably going to be in the whatever game I didn't play Saturday night, okay? Whatever I don't play Saturday night will be the major stream for Sunday, either Battlegrounds or Crysis. And then Sunday night's going to be Fire Emblem Three Houses, 2 hours of Fire Emblem Three Houses, okay? So we get some progress this week. And then on Monday, again, one of these major new releases. I don't know if it'll be Battlegrounds or Crysis. And Monday night, it'll be Fall Guys, okay? And I figure by then, we'll determine if we're going to keep playing both Battlegrounds and Crysis, if we're going to drop one of those games to do something different, like maybe Super Mario Galaxy, or if we're going to drop both of the games and say, fuck these games, they suck ass, and do other stuff, all right? I have more than enough stuff that I can do. If I feel, you know, I could do a major stream of Batman, try to do Riddler content. I can do a major stream of Fire Emblem, try to get further in the game. See, there's many things I can do. It's not like I don't have stuff to do if these games suck ass, okay? So, let's see what happens. Okay? Let's see what happens. Let's see how it goes, and we'll go from there. Alright? Good stuff. That is the plan. Now, ladies and gentlemen, as of last night, some updates for everyone. Alright? And by the way, I have a major announcement to make right now regarding the upcoming Rage-a-thon. Okay? Are you ready for this huge announcement? You're not ready, are you? Alright. Let me officially announce to you the game's lineup for the Rage-a-thon. Okay? Unfortunately, it's on my PC. I have to get up. Hold on. I forgot. Okay, here it is. I was gonna print it out and bring it over to my chair here. I completely forgot to do that this morning. Okay, so the official lineup for the Rage-a-thon that we're going to take place at the end of this month. It's actually going to take place the final Sunday of the month. I think that's the 27th, September 27th. Don't quote me on that. I'm almost positive it's September 27th. The final Sunday of the month is when the Rage-a-thon Marathon is going to take place here on the streams. Okay? Here it comes, ladies and gentlemen. The following games will be played during the Rage-a-thon. Jump King! Alright. Also, Celeste! Okay. Also, Hollow Knight! Yes. Okay. Also, The Quiet Man! And, last but not least, the fifth game that is confirmed to be played during the Rage-a-thon, Street Fighter V! Alright, that is your guaranteed Rage-a-thon games. I also have a backup game on deck in case something doesn't work out with one of these games, or for some reason one of them sucks ass and it's not fun. The backup is going to be Blasphemous. Now, that's a game I already own. That's a game that I actually played previously during a Rage-a-thon. And I got a decent length into it. I died a bunch. It seems like a fun game. But I was like, man, I don't want to replay the same game twice. Excuse me. I don't want to play the same game twice. Because, this is supposed to be a marathon of new stuff. Now, of course, Street Fighter V is a recurring thing. What are you going to do? People just keep asking for it. But you see what I'm saying? Blasphemous will be there on deck. Alright? If people want it. But I think the other games will be more interesting because I've never played any of them. People have been asking for Hollow Knight for like 2 years. People have been asking for The Quiet Man since it came out. Alright? So, and the other good thing about this is none of these games are super expensive. I think the most expensive one is around $15. So it's not like I'm breaking the bank having to buy a bunch of games. In fact, that's why you may notice there's a couple games in there that people did nominate, but they're not in there because I told you guys I wasn't going to buy games that were more expensive games for this marathon. That wasn't the point. The point was to get a bunch of rage-inducing games that I could play for like an hour, hour and a half, and that way if I never play them again, it's not a huge deal. So, for example, Mortal Shell. A lot of people wanted it. It's actually the most nominated game, but it's $30 plus tax. I'm not dropping that much for a game I'm going to play for an hour and never play again. Okay? So that's why. That's what I was trying to tell you guys. Don't nominate games that are brand new releases because there's no way I'm dropping that much money on it. Okay? So, this marathon will take place the final Sunday of the month, which I believe is the 27th. It'll start in the morning around, 10:15 a.m. or whatever. It'll run throughout the course of the day. And it should be a fun one, being that we're going to swap games so many times. And if the games are challenging, yeah, likely it's going to be pretty rage-inducing. I mean, I'll say here, probably the only thing I'm not going to get angry at would be Street Fighter V. Because that game, I know what it is. I know it's bad. I don't like it. And when I play it in a basic capacity, not really understanding the high-level gameplay. But I play it so infrequently that I don't get matched up against anybody good. I'm going to get matched up against scrubs, and I'm probably going to win. So it's going to be just like last year with the Rage-a-thon, where it's not going to be super entertaining when I play Street Fighter V, yet people continue to nominate it. All right. So there you go. And by the way, some people are saying, well, why Street Fighter V and not Mortal Kombat? Because I didn't want to do more than one of the same kind of game. And Street Fighter V had way more nominations than Mortal Kombat. That's why. It's that simple. Okay, so that's the deal. That's the Rage-a-thon. I will give you more hype for it as we get closer to it. It's still over a week away. You know, it's still about, like 9 days away. So, next weekend, the Rage-a-thon will happen. All right? Okay. Good stuff. Now, also, ladies and gentlemen, the new voting and nominations for the Halloween Marathon are now live. There's 2 different things you guys need to do. All right? The first is you need to nominate games for the Halloween Marathon that I'm doing on Halloween. All right? How do you do that? Type !marathon into the stream chat. It'll bring up the link. Okay? And in that link, you can nominate games for the marathon. Now, any game is eligible. I just want to clarify this. However, again, much like all my marathons, if you nominate a game that's full $60 and I'm probably never going to play it again, probably a bad idea. It's probably not going to get picked. That's number 1. Number 2, it doesn't have to be a horror game. In previous Halloween events, I've made it so that it had to be horror-themed video games. It doesn't have to be this year. But at the same time, obviously, horror-themed games may have a higher priority of being picked, considering that this is going to be on Halloween. All right. What I'm hoping is to get a variety. Maybe some people will say, oh, we'll see. I'd like you to do some kind of a silly action game, but also we'll get like 2 horror games and stuff. You know, something different, good variety of stuff for the Halloween event. That's what I would like, to have it be pretty fun. Okay? So there you go. All right? And hopefully it'll turn out to be a fun event. Now, that's just the games portion. There's also the costume portion. So, you guys also get to vote on the category of costume that I'm going to wear for the Halloween event. All right? So, the categories are as follows. You ready? Classic horror monster. So, you're thinking, Dracula, Frankenstein, maybe a movie killer. Yeah, you know what I mean? The classic stuff that you would expect, Hollywood type Halloween stuff. Okay? Video game character, comic book character, pop culture icon. Now, this could include many different things, including, a movie star or actor, a celebrity, a singer, maybe another content creator or streamer. It could be any of those things. It's all considered under pop culture as a general category. Or wild card, where basically you just allow me to find something and pick it for myself, so you'll have absolutely no idea what to expect on Halloween. Okay? Previous years, some of the costumes I have worn. Yoshi. Okay? Yoshi. Ezio from Assassin's Creed 2. A Ghostbuster. Deadpool. Bob Ross, the popular painter. Among others, but those are the ones that, recently, last 5+ years that I've worn. So, please vote on this category, my friends. All right, please vote. And when you do, please keep in mind that ultimately, the final costume will be my choice first, so there's an element of surprise. But really guiding the category is very important, So, good stuff, right? Good stuff. And I hope that you guys are excited for it. I'm certainly excited for it. And it should be a good time. It should be a good time. I always like doing the Halloween event. All right? Now, in addition to all of that, behind the scenes, I'm working with my wife, and we're trying to figure out how we can decorate the office this year. Because as you know, traditionally, I usually decorate the office in an interesting way. I have stuff behind me or whatever. All kinds of different decorations and stuff that I typically do for Halloween. But this year's a little different because, as you know, I just redid my office. The love seat / couch is out of here, and now I'm just sitting in this little chair. So I used to decorate, behind me on the couch and everything, and there's no couch anymore. So obviously now there's questions of how could I decorate for Halloween when there's nothing behind me, right? So my wife and I have been talking a little bit about what could I possibly do. Could we maybe go and find like a little stand or something small to put the decorations on? because I have existing decorations, plus I have an idea for new decorations this year that I want to do for October. But I have to figure out how I'm going to do this. So this week, actually, when we have our day off on Tuesday, we're going to go out and look for a few things, maybe a cheap little stand or something that we can do behind me to do different, different, oh my God, different decorations, okay? Okay. So, there you go. Good stuff. And it's all Halloween-themed stuff. It's exciting. I like the month of October because not only do we get big new releases, but also we get Halloween festivities all month, okay? So I was just asked a question in the stream chat. I was asked, what about this horror game coming out? All right, there's a horror game coming out right before Halloween. It is the Dark Pictures Little Hope. All right. So this is the next episode from the Dark Pictures anthology. Last year we played Man of Medan in August. This year it's Little Hope. This is supposed to be a game, and the plot is basically based off of Salem, Massachusetts witch trials and ghosts and shit. Like a really creepy ass plot. Okay. And it comes out the day before Halloween. So I'm being asked, will that factor into the Halloween marathon? Well, here's the thing about the Dark Pictures, which we know because we played Man of Medan last year. The games are only about 3 to 4 hours long. They're pretty short. They're fun. The first run through is always super fun. All right. But they're short. Now, the replayability comes when you go back and you try to do alternate choices to see how that changes the plot. Because there's actually the ability to sometimes have a certain character live or die depending on your choices. Man of Medan was the same. You could have characters live or die by the end. I'm going to be playing that game likely as a new release on the day it comes out and doing my first full run on that major stream. So on Halloween, if we wanted to, all right, it could be a game that I add into the Halloween event where we play it for like an hour or 2 hours during the day and we try to do alternate choices. Or we could just say, all right, we'll save it. We'll save it for later down the line or whatever. Okay? So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But I'm definitely playing it. And I don't know if it's going to be actual part of the Halloween Day event or if we'll just do a second run mode or whatever through it, right? Fair enough? All right. Now, for all the idiots who are spamming stream chat, I'm going to say this once. Tough shit. They're spamming stream chat because they're like, well, I counted the nominations for the Rage-a-thon, and this game had more nominations than the game that you picked, so I don't understand. I never said that that's how it was going to work. I literally never said that. I didn't say that the Rage-a-thon games were going to be selected because you guys nominated it more. I said there's criteria I'm going to use, including cost of games, the variety of games, if the game is interesting to me. Your nominations were the guidelines by which I used to select these games. Trust me, I would not be playing Street Fighter V if you guys didn't fucking nominate it. But there's a lot of factors that come into play. One of them was cost. If I can play 2 of the games that you highly nominated for $30 or only one because it's a new release that just came out, I'm going to play the 2. You see? So, if you don't like it, do your own marathon. My marathon is based off of the criteria that I laid out. So if you don't like it, go do your own. And leave me alone and stop spamming my stream chat. Okay. There was no votes. It was nominations, no voting. There was no voting process to determine the games. That's not how we were going to do that to begin with. Okay? All right. All right. So that's that. That's, a lot of stuff going on, guys. A lot of stuff going on right now. And I hope that it sounds interesting to you for sure. And I hope that you're all having a good time. And, that it's going to be exciting. These next few months, at the least, are going to be very exciting. Special events, constant new releases. This is a good time of the year for everyone, right? Good stuff, man. All right. So, outside of that, before we get to shout-outs, there's a lot of stuff in the news right now. A lot of it's political. I'm not going to talk about that stuff. But two things going on. First of all, finally here in Washington State, over the course of today and into this weekend, the smoke is finally clearing out. It took over a week. Our air is still full of smoke. we're still told don't go outside and breathe in heavily because it's unhealthy air quality. It's fucked up how bad it's been here this past week. Thank God neither my wife or I have any kind of, like, asthmatic issues or anything. Because apparently people with asthma are really suffering badly right now. Okay? So finally it's going to clear up. That's a good thing because the weather here has cooled down. And what I would like to do is possibly, over the next week or two, take the air conditioner the hell out of here, be able to open up my window, have a fan in front of the window, have cool air blowing in the office, and then not have the air conditioner for the rest of the year. We're more than halfway into September. I still have the air conditioner on because I can't open the fucking window because the air outside is full of smoke. It's pretty screwed up. So hopefully things will get back to normal over the course of this weekend, and then maybe by next week I can have more chill nights in here where it's nice cool air blowing in with the fan rather than having this air conditioner pumping. I'm tired of it. Number one, I'm just tired of sitting in a very stuffy office all day, with air quality that's pretty low. And number two, I'm tired of spending money on this air conditioner. My electric bill's out the ass because of this, and I can't stop it. If I turn it off, it's 80, 90 degrees in here. So I need something to circulate the air and cool it down. So hopefully this will get better over the weekend, as the experts are saying. Okay. All right, but ladies and gentlemen, I have some really, really bad news that I need to share with all of you. All right. I know this is going to affect many of you, including me, in a huge negative way. All right. And I just want you to understand, okay, that, I'm hit as badly by this one as you guys. I know we're all just going to have to, I'm sorry. This is just a necessary change to life, I guess. There's nothing any of us can do about it. We're just going to have to accept it. Like in life, whenever there's something harsh or bad that happened, we had all kinds of bad stuff that's already happened this year. This is just following along with this pattern. All right. So I'm just forewarning you guys, trying to soften the blow here. All right. But ladies and gentlemen, as of the end of this weekend, all right, get ready. I'm sorry. I'm really trying to soften the blow here. As of Sunday, TikTok is banned in the United States. I don't know how any of us are going to get on with life. I know. It's going to be hard. I'm going to be here with you guys every day on stream to try to soften this blow. I'm going to try to make you guys feel better about this. I know that a significant amount of our lives is spent on TikTok every single day. And I know that now that no one else will be able to download the app anymore in the United States, this is going to be hugely life-changing. All right? I'm sorry. All right? I mean, at least 70% of my day I'm dancing on TikTok. I don't even know. You know what? BattleDug 9000 just made a good point. He says, how could you even continue on with positive things like streaming in life when there's no more TikTok? I think he's right. I think maybe Sunday will be my final stream. If TikTok's going, I'm going. That's kind of, it's become so much of an integral part of our lives that there's just no way that I could go a day without the Chinese spying on me. So I think that I need to just fucking end it. All right, obviously, this is all being very facetious. But yeah, TikTok is that app where people just fucking basically do stupid shit. They dance, they do dumb shit. It's kind of like the new Vine, and Vine went out of business. So TikTok is Chinese-owned, and apparently the American government is under the impression that it's using these apps to get American user data and spy on Americans. So as of Sunday, TikTok is banned in the U.S. You can no longer download the app, and chances are the app's going to basically become obsolete because you can't update it anymore. So it's probably just going to fall into oblivion. All right? So I'm sorry that this is happening. For those of you who are TikTok, addicts, you're screwed. All right? Okay, then. What? What did you just say? Oh, that's it. Hyperior 21 says that nothing of value was lost. You hush yourself. How could you say that? You know how many people rely on TikTok on a daily basis? All right. I can't do it anymore. Let's move on. All right, guys. Let's get to shout-outs. Let's get to shout-outs for those of you who've contributed, and we'll get the leaderboards going here, and then we're going to get started, all right? Well, actually, I'm going to use the bathroom, but then we're going to get started. Okay, so what on earth is all this? Hold on a second. Overnight, I got a bunch of dollar tips with the most random-ass fucking questions. Where do you hear this? Doxy Duffel tipped $1 and said, would I consider cross-dressing as a girl and calling myself Darkside Phyllis for Halloween? Then Boosh tipped $1 and said, have I counted how many times I said God of War instead of Gears of War? You think with the console rivalry I'd have a fighting game with them and other characters from PlayStation and the Xbox franchises? Then Boosh again tipped $1 and said, since we don't have the couch anymore, we'll be able to see Jasper. Your spinning chair doesn't have a back for him to stand on. I mean, we already know the answer to that. Jasper's been in here multiple times and he stands on the back of the chair. There's space. Okay. Howard tipped $1 and he says, has anyone ever purposely used my likeness in a video game? I would have no idea if they did that or not. I haven't heard of it. Earth, Wind, and Fire tipped $1 said, if a biopic is made about you, we need Gilbert Gottfried to voice act Jasper. What on earth? These are the most random things. Whoever this is actually pretty funny. Whoever tipped me these dollars overnight, this is actually quite funny. What on earth? Well, thank you for the tips. I appreciate that. Then Golden Colts cheered overnight a few times. First, he said the end of the Amazon wishlist blurb on the bottom still says contributions 1 at the end and not contributions exclamation point. What? What? Are you saying there's a typo? If you're saying there's a typo, great, but you're going to have to elaborate a little bit better than that. I have no idea what the fuck that meant. Golden Colts cheers says, just saying, you know, just saying. Then he cheered 2 more times. All right, well, thank you, Golden Colts, for the overnight cheers. Appreciate that. Also, 3 hours ago, Rob on Wheels tipped me $5, and I just watched a wonderful mini documentary with Paul and Steph McMahon. Paul and Steph McMahon? His name is not McMahon. He didn't take Stephanie's last name when they got married. Anyway, they're talking through their careers in WWE. Saw a few clips of China, too. May she continue to rest in peace. Yes, I agree. Unfortunate that China passed away. But a lot of good documentary stuff up on WWE Network. A lot of it I haven't seen. But I've heard there's tons of good stuff over there. Thank you for the $5 tip, Rob, overnight there. Now, starting with contributions during today's live stream, we start off with Rykova2077, who subscribed for 3 months. Thank you, Rykova, for the resub. I appreciate that. Letronu also subscribed to the channel. Thank you, Letronu, for the subscription. Super Blind Man did a 400-bit cheer. He said, this is a celebratory cheer because I did it DSP. I've gotten the disc-based PlayStation 5 pre-ordered. Wahoo. Congratulations, Super Blind Man. I heard you did it through the Sony link. So you were specially selected by Sony. They like you. They really like you. And they selected you to get a PlayStation 5. Good for you. Me, they actually told me that I can go suck an egg. That's what they actually did. They said that. And then they handed me a bag of zombie Skittles. So now you understand why I was eating them the other day. But I'm glad to hear that you're going to get a PS5. I would be very interested to hear about accessibility of PS5 at launch. I actually wonder if these game companies actually think about accessibility at launch, or if they think, oh, just get the console out there and add the accessibility features later. You know, you would think they would have to at least have basic stuff, because let's be honest here, if you can't even navigate the dashboard of a console, you obviously can't play games on the console if you need accessibility options, right? So, curious to see. But I'm glad to hear that. And congratulations, because man, does some people have a lot of problems trying to get a PS5. Jethro's Main cheers. I got the PS5 physical disc edition about 20 minutes ago through the Sony pre-order registration. So Jethro's Main got it too. Same way. He says, this worked. I'm excited. Very nice, Jethro's Main. Congratulations to you as well. Amazing GT23 resale for 29 months. Thank you, man, for almost 3 years of support at this point. He says, what's up? Hope you and Cat and Jasper are good today. We are good. We're doing good. Thank you for the resub and the support. ManGod114 resub for 2 months and sub hype. Thank you, ManGod, for the resub. Nose Vacuum Charity says, Derek says he loves your WWE All-Stars videos from 2011. And he remembers the Legends Tag Team Superstars campaigns and Fantasy Match Mode. I'm glad he does, because I don't. Nose Vacuum also cheers. So Derek says he loves you. All right, he didn't say that. Harry SE, resubscribed for 3 months. Thank you, Harry SE, for the resub. I appreciate that. Always Hot Tea did 100-bit cheers. He says, are you excited for today? Do you want to play these awesome fucking games? You can't say they're awesome until you play them. But I am excited to play said games, okay? Thank you for the cheer. VIP Lice for Soul tipped me $50. Thank you for a generous $50 tip, which means Gunner Glasses will be going on as soon as we start. It would be too much to ask for you not to play WWE Battlegrounds and start Elder Scrolls Oblivion. Yes. Because number one, I've already bought it. I've already loaded it. People are expecting it. And I have, no plans to play Oblivion anytime soon. So, thank you for the $50 tip. But that is not happening. Sorry. Okay. Die Pigeons died to me $1. Said, did your car get another custom paint job from Birds? Did you want one? I mean, hopefully not. I mean, it's in the garage. Unless the pigeon flew into my garage. I hope that didn't happen. And Darkside Kenny cheering and said, thank you for playing WWE Battlegrounds and not letting trolls prevent you from playing it. I would never let a troll prevent me from playing anything. Alright, guys, I've used the bathroom really bad. I'm going to take a break and use the bathroom. When we come back, I'm going to give shout-outs to those who cheered and gifted subs, but I have to, run. So I'll be right back. I'll see you in a few minutes. Thanks.